Scrum Masters Elite _UK shares deep insights into rugby and Super Rugby Pacific, the spirit of teamwork, perseverance, and the stories behind every match. Subscribe to explore more with us.
Sports always carry stories that go far beyond the final score. Every match, every comeback by a player, and every decision made by a coach reflects the spirit, character, and culture of an entire team. As I followed the updates ahead of the next round of Super Rugby Pacific, I realized that rugby is not only a powerful sport, but also a place where the values of unity, responsibility, and the desire to rise above challenges are clearly expressed. The developments surrounding teams such as the Chiefs, Moana Pasifika, Hurricanes, Highlanders, Blues, and Crusaders not only show the fierce competition within the tournament but also bring strong emotions to fans. Through these stories, I found myself reflecting more deeply on the spirit of sports, how people face adversity, and the true meaning of contributing to a collective. The return of Damian McKenzie, a story of responsibility and humility. One of the most notable highlights ahead of this round is the return of Damian McKenzie to the Chiefs lineup. After taking some time away to care for his family, he is now ready to return to the field.
What impressed me was not simply that a star player was coming back, but his humble attitude. McKenzie admitted that he hasn't had as much training time as he would have liked, but he still believes he is ready to contribute to the team. More importantly, he does not set the goal of shining individually or proving something extraordinary. Instead, he simply wants to return to his style of play and support his teammates. From my personal perspective, this is something worth reflecting on. In modern sports, many athletes feel pressure to become the center of attention. However, McKenzie demonstrates a different mindset, putting the team's interests ahead of personal ego. This shows that a player's true class lies not only in skill, but also in maturity of thought. As a sports fan, I find this image deeply admirable. It reminds us that lasting success often begins with humility and a spirit of service to the team. The importance of experience within a team. Chiefs coach John O'Gibbs emphasized that McKenzie's experience brings tremendous value to the team. According to him, McKenzie has the ability to absorb tactical instructions from the coaching staff and quickly translate them into action on the field, while also helping surrounding players better understand how to execute the game plan. This made me think about the role of experienced players in sports. They not only perform well themselves, but also act as a bridge between strategy and reality. In a fast-paced sport like rugby, communicating and adjusting tactics during the match is incredibly important.
That is why players like McKenzie are always highly valued, even when they are not directly scoring points. They help the team operate more smoothly, more steadily, and with greater confidence. From my perspective, experience is a priceless asset in any field. Those who have gone before us bring not only knowledge but also calmness during difficult moments, squad challenges, and how teams adapt. Professional sports always come with issues related to injuries and fitness. Chiefs captain Luke Jacobson will miss the match due to an adductor injury, while Xavier Rowe is also sidelined with an ankle problem. These situations show that every team must be prepared for unexpected circumstances. The strongest lineup is not always available. Therefore, squad depth and adaptability become decisive factors. In sports, difficult moments often create opportunities for other players to step up and prove themselves. This is what makes competitions more exciting, because every match has the potential to bring surprises. An interesting matchup between familiar players. An interesting detail in the match between Chiefs and Moana Pasifika is that McKenzie will combine with Cortez Ratimer to face Augustine Pulu. Pulu, a former New Zealand All Blacks halfback, will be making his return to Super Rugby after many years away. Matchups like this always create special emotions for fans because they remind us of different stages in players' careers. Moments like these make sports feel more alive. It is not just a competition between teams, but also a personal journey for each athlete.
The ambition of Moana Pasifika coach Tana Umaga acknowledged that the Chiefs are a very strong opponent. However, he emphasized that his team will focus on believing in their own abilities and executing their game plan. I really appreciate this approach. In sports, confidence and belief in the collective can create extraordinary outcomes. Even when considered the underdog, a team playing with determination and a clear strategy can absolutely produce surprises. That is one of the reasons sports are so captivating. The stronger team does not always win. New faces and opportunities for growth. Young players like Joel Lamb and Tyler Puliney making their debut for Moana Pasifika is another sign of the tournament's development. For young athletes, playing in a major competition can be a crucial turning point in their careers. It provides invaluable experience and helps them mature quickly. From my perspective, it is always exciting to see young talents given opportunities. It shows that sports are constantly evolving and renewing themselves. The notable return of Duplessis Kirifi. In another match, Hurricanes flanker Duplessis Kirifi will make his first start of the season after recovering from injury. A player's return from injury always brings special emotions. It reflects perseverance and relentless effort. In professional sports, injuries are unavoidable. However, how athletes overcome them is what truly deserves admiration. Cam Roigard's milestone match. Coach Clark Laidlaw also mentioned Cam Roigard reaching the milestone of 50 matches for the Hurricanes. A milestone like this is not just a number. It represents years of effort, training, and dedication to the team. Whenever I hear about such achievements, I'm reminded that success in sports rarely comes from short bursts of brilliance. It comes from sustained commitment over time. The clash between Blues and Crusaders. One of the most anticipated matches is the showdown between Blues and Crusaders. The return of Beauden Barrett for the Blues will certainly raise expectations among fans. Barrett is one of the most dynamic attacking players in modern rugby. On the other side, the Crusaders will welcome back Cody Taylor. While several lineup changes suggest the team is adjusting its tactics, matches between these two sides always carry tension and excitement. They feel like a battle of strategy, character, and spirit. The meaning of decisive moments. Coach Rob Penny highlighted Will Jordan's crucial tackle in the previous match. A single play like that can completely change the course of a game. It shows that in sports, sometimes one moment of determination is enough to make the difference. For me, moments like these are why sports are so compelling. They remind us that every second on the field matters. Lessons for myself and the sports community. Reflecting on all these stories, I realize there are many valuable lessons. 1. Humility is the foundation of success. Mackenzie's attitude toward his return shows that great athletes remain humble. 2. The team is greater than the individual. In rugby, no player can win alone. Cooperation is essential. 3. Perseverance through challenges, injuries, defeats, and pressure are part of sports. What matters is how athletes overcome them. 4. Giving opportunities to the younger generation. Young players must be trusted to grow and carry the future. 5. Respect for opponents. Whether facing strong or weak teams, respect remains a core value of sports. My feelings as a fan, as someone who loves sports, stories like these make rugby feel more human and emotionally rich. Behind every match are the efforts of many people, players, coaches, staff, and fans. What impresses me most is the athlete's spirit of dedication. They compete not only for themselves, but also for their teammates, their clubs, and their supporters. That spirit is what creates the true beauty of sports. Looking at the developments ahead of Round 4 of Super Rugby Pacific, I feel clearly that rugby is not just a sport of strength, it is a story about people. Player comebacks, lineup changes, milestone matches, and decisive moments all contribute to a vivid and emotional picture. For me, the greatest lesson is this: sports do not only teach us how to win, they teach us how to grow, how to respect one another, and how to move forward together.
Thank you for following Scrum Masters Elite_UK. We hope these stories about the spirit of rugby, humility, and unity inspire you. See you in the next video.